Welcome to Inspired Living with Keri Murphy, the podcast, where as your host each and every week, I am going to inspire you and empower you to share your message and step into that big vision you see for yourself. I'll be bringing you celebrity interviews, influencer insights, and my personal tips from decades as an on-camera talent, TV host, media expert, and entrepreneur, so you can build a brilliant seven-figure brand. Because when you're inspired, you inspire others. So let's go. So you have decided that you're going to use video to grow your business, and you're super excited about it, but they're not doing a whole lot for you. In fact, you're a little frustrated because people are not taking action. Well, in this episode, I'm going to share with you my tips and actually why I think you're having a problem getting people to buy. Now, as an entrepreneur, you've probably heard the word CTA before, right? You've heard CTA. I feel like I should break out into my cheerleading. CTA. What does that mean? It means call to action. And what drives me so crazy is that most people either don't have one or they have a very weak ending, like click below and find out more. No one's going to. All right, so in this video, I'm going to share with you top tips on how to make sure that your CTAs are getting people excited about working with you and taking the next step. So the very first thing I want to start with is how strong is your call to action, right? At the end of your video, is it directing them to the one thing you want them to do? A confused mind will say no. So you never want to offer more than one thing. For example, follow me on Instagram, join my Facebook group, download my free thing, right? People are overwhelmed, and trust me, we've done all the research and we know that if you ask people to do more than one thing, they don't, right? So be very clear and specific with what you want them to do next. Never, ever, ever, ever say thank you at the end of a video. It's not a performance, right? You are talking to one person. It's a dialogue, not a monologue, and you are getting them excited. Remember this, your videos are about igniting curiosity, getting people to go, I like what they're saying. I want to find out more, right? And for most of us, with our product videos and the content we're putting out, we're giving little slices, little tidbits of information. And so the goal is to get them to read more, subscribe, download my free gift, join my Facebook group, buy my product, okay? But it has to be really strong and it should make complete sense with the content that you're sharing. Now, the second thing that I see quite a bit is that people are doing promotional videos, and we need to. Don't be afraid to ask people to take action, to ask them to actually buy your thing. I want to go back to the social media rule of 75-25. 75% of your content should be give, 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 give. I am going to give you great inspiration, content, resources, tips. And then 25% should be buy my thing, buy my thing. But I often see that people are all one or too much of the other. So you really want to maintain that nice balance. So when you are offering something to your community, they're excited and they are willing and ready to buy now. But you have to be very clear on what's in it for them, right? Be very clear on the pain, the possibility, the why they're going to want to buy your thing, and then have a great sales page where they can go and learn more. Listen, we get half of our clients through social, and I'm so grateful that we have the opportunity to actually get new clients online and to buy what it is that we do. In fact, we wouldn't be where we are today if we didn't hold, our masterclass and other things that we do to get people to buy our products and services. But you have to have a very clear call to action that's very specific with what's in it for them. WIFM. All right. Now, my third tip is to rotate your CTAs. A lot of times we stick with one. We have one free gift. We have an ebook. I wouldn't offer that as a call to action, right? Make it something, again, I'm excited about. I want to jump on the phone with you. I want to download your guide or your assessment or your quiz. Make it something. We have the Be Studio Ready guide. People ask me all the time, Keri, what equipment do I need? How do I set up my home studio? I heard that so much. I'm like, okay, I'll give it to you. So we have a beautiful PDF at inspiredliving.tv where you can go get our free gift. But we rotate different things and we test them. and we see what is working for our client, for our ideal client. So I would recommend coming up with three different gifts, calls to action. Maybe one of them is a call with you. Maybe one of them is downloading your guide or your assessment. And then maybe it's something else that you come up with, right? There's so many different calls to action that you can have. Maybe it's subscribe. Maybe it is leave a comment. It doesn't always have to be something that is buy my thing, all right? Videos are all about engagement, all right? And I talk about those 4 C's, right? Connection. They have to emotionally connect. So whatever you're asking people to do, get them fired up, get them curious, get them pissed off, get them something that's going to get them to take action. Consistency, right? You are a media channel. You are a frequency. The more people hear you, the more they trust you. So consistency leads to credibility. And when people see you as credible, then you will convert. It's that. All right, so having a strong call to action is the number one thing I see people miss. They say thank you, or they say see you next time, or they say nothing, okay? So I want you to be very clear with what would be the next logical step someone would take to get the result that only you can provide. All right, now you know I am excited to hear about what your CTA is. So let's get this conversation going. I would love to give you some feedback, maybe give you some advice. So post your comments, take a minute and click share, right? Go share this with someone else because they too are not having strong calls to action, right? And speaking of a strong call to action, I want you to come join my community. Our Facebook group is off the chain. It's about 4,000 inspired entrepreneurs who are committed to making a difference and making money. Does that sound good? All right, come join us. I am live in that group every week. We give you so many resources. Go to Ignite Your It Factor in Facebook and join us, and you'll be part of our community that we love to serve. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you're inspired. Be strong with what you want people to do and be consistent in showing up. And as always, remember to keep dreaming it, living it, and being it. Until next time.
You've just heard another uplifting episode of Inspired Living with Keri Murphy, the podcast. I hope you loved it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, rate, and review this podcast. And if you'd like to know more about Inspired Living or to get your hands on many of our awesome free resources, such as the Be Studio Ready Guide, simply visit us at inspiredliving.tv/podcast. Remember, your vision is your destiny, and we're here to help you bring it to life. Join me again next week for another extraordinary episode.